the compression stopped the breathing, right?
That's correct.
All right.
Day 2 of the preliminary hearing for Fullerton Police Officer Manuel Ramos and Corporal Jay Cicinelli saw the defense grill the pathologist who performed the autopsy on Kelly Thomas. The question, was it the weight of officers on Thomas that caused his death?
It is after the compression, then he stopped breathing, right?
That's right.
All right. That means he wasn't able to breathe.
Right.
And so from that point forward, there was no oxygen going to the brain, and he died within a minute or two, or he became unconscious within a couple of minutes of that, correct?
Most likely.
Okay. Well, you viewed it on, you viewed the actual compression on the video, right?
As I said, I viewed how I have to compare what I have a physical evidence. I have a physical evidence. There was a bruise on the left side and a bruise on the arm. And if I don't watch the video, there's no way I can put this together. Why there's a bruise on the chest and arm?
Okay. So after you heard, prior to that, you heard Mr. Thomas yelling out and screaming, "Daddy," and a bunch of things, right?
Right.
But he couldn't do that if he was breathing, could he?
That's correct.
I mean, if he wasn't breathing, he couldn't say that, right?
That's very true.
Okay, so long as he is talking out loud, then we know he's breathing, right?
That's correct.
And we know that this compression has not yet occurred, correct?
Well, again, as you're saying, I believe that too. Yes, that's correct.
Okay, because the whole point of your determination of this compression is that the chest was pressed together, which prevented him from breathing, and after that compression, he could not have spoken, right? Because he couldn't breathe, correct?
That's right.
All right, so after the compression, there wasn't any ability to talk or to yell, correct?
That's correct.
All right. So if he's talking and screaming, then we know that that compression has not yet occurred, correct?
Well, it may be not to the extent that he stopped breathing. You don't stop breathing instantaneously.
Okay. But you determined a discrete event on the video which showed the compression that you've cited as the cause of death, correct?
Right.
All right. And thereafter, after that compression occurred, he could not have spoken because he could not breathe, correct?
That's right.
All right. So we know that that compression that you describe as the cause of death had to have occurred after he stopped speaking, correct? In other words, there would be well, strike that. You've answered that question. So we know that there hasn't been this compression which would prevent breathing so long as he's still screaming. That's correct, isn't it?
That's correct.
All right.